In the last class, we were discussing different cases of damped harmonic oscillations. First one, overdamped case when k is greater than omega 0, then critically damped case when k is equal to omega 0, and underdamped case when the damping constant k is less than omega 0, the natural frequency of the oscillator. In order to discuss the underdamped case, we wrote the solution of damped harmonic oscillations, then took e raised to minus kt as the common factor outside and wrote the equation as like this. Then in this equation, instead of the term root of k square minus omega 0 square, we substituted I omega, where I is root of minus 1 and omega is root of omega 0 square minus k square. So the solution becomes like this: x is equal to e raised to minus kt into a1 into e raised to I omega t plus a2 into e raised to minus I omega t. Then we expanded e raised to I omega t as cos omega t plus I sin omega t, and e raised to minus I omega t as cos omega t minus I sin omega t. Then we took cos omega t as a common factor out, and here I sin omega t as the common factor. Then we argued that since x, the displacement, it is a real quantity, the terms on the right hand side should also be real, that is a1 plus a2 and I into a1 minus a2 should also be real. For that, a1 and a2 must be complex quantities. Then we wrote a1 and a2 as two complex quantities, so that if you take a1 plus a2 or I into a1 minus a2, you will get two real quantities. Then we substituted the value of a1 plus a2 and I into a1 minus a2, and using this identity, that is sin a plus b is equal to sin a cos b plus cos a sin b, you can reduce this equation as x is equal to e raised to minus kt a0 sin omega t plus phi. From this equation, it is clear that the damping angular frequency, it is less than the natural angular frequency of the oscillator. Also, the time period t, that is the damping time period, it is large compared to the time period without damping. So t is greater than t0. So you can see that the time period increases during damping, whereas the angular frequency, it decreases during damping. So when damping occurs, there is a decrease in angular frequency and increase in time period. Apart from that, you can also see that even though the oscillator, it oscillates, its amplitude decreases exponentially with time. It is obvious from this term, that is a0 into e raised to minus kt, we can infer that the amplitude, it decreases exponentially with time. Then we discuss the overdamped case when k is greater than omega 0. In the last case, that is in the underdamped case, hope you remember, for this term root of k square minus omega 0 square, we substituted I omega, that is for root of k squared minus omega 0 square, we put it as I omega, whereas in this case, in the overdamped case, since k is greater than omega 0, it is quite obvious that if you take root of k squared minus omega 0 square, you will get a real quantity, and we call that real quantity beta. So here in the overdamped case, instead of root of k square minus omega 0 square, we will put beta. Please remember, we put it as I omega in the underdamped case, but here we are putting it as beta. So if you analyze this solution after substituting beta, you can see that both the terms on the right hand side, they are decreasing exponentially. How? The second term, you can see that e raised to minus k minus beta. So it is e raised to a minus term. So it is there, the second term, it is obviously it is decreasing exponentially with time. Now look at the first term on the right hand side. Here it is minus k and plus beta, but again it is obvious that beta will always be smaller than k, because beta it is root of k squared minus omega 0 square. So the first term will also be e raised to a minus something. So since both the terms decrease exponentially, this x can be plotted like this. It is decreasing exponentially with time, the overdamped case. There won't be any oscillatory motion. Now we are going to discuss the critically damped case when the damping constant k is equal to omega 0, the natural frequency of the oscillator. Here also we will write the same solution of damped harmonic oscillation, but here please note that we have written the values of A1 and A2 in this solution, whereas for underdamped and overdamped case we haven't written the values, just A1 and A2. So when k is equal to omega 0, root of k squared minus omega 0 square, it becomes equal to 0. So if you look at the first term on the right hand side, here it is 0, therefore it is k by 0. So the first term it becomes infinity. Here also it becomes 1 minus. In the second term here it is 0, so it becomes 1 minus infinity. So we aren't getting a proper solution for the oscillation. So we can't give any interpretation for the type of solutions that we are having in critically damped case. Therefore, we put root of k squared minus omega 0 square is equal to h, which is a very small quantity close to 0. Now you again write the solution for damped harmonic oscillation as you did for overdamped and underdamped case. Here also you take e raised to minus kt as a common factor. Now instead of root of k squared minus omega 0 square, you substitute h, then you will get x is equal to e raised to minus kt into a1 into e raised to ht plus a2 into e raised to minus ht. Hope you know the expansion that e raised to x is equal to 1 plus x squared by 2 factorial plus x cubed by 3 factorial, etc. So using this expansion, you can write e raised to ht as 1 plus ht plus ht the whole square by 2 factorial. We are not writing here since h is very small. Ht the whole square, it will be even smaller, so we are avoiding the third term. We are neglecting the third term. Here also instead of e raised to minus ht, you put 1 minus ht. Now, on rearranging the terms and taking ht as common factor, you will get the value of x as x is equal to e raised to minus kt into a1 plus a2 plus a1 minus a2 into ht. Now you put a1 plus a2 as some constant d and a1 minus a2 into h as e. So a1 plus a2 as d, but we know that a1 plus a2 is equal to a. We have derived earlier using boundary conditions. And also a1 minus a2, we got it as ka by root of k squared minus omega 0 square. So when you multiply a1 minus a2 into h, where h is root of k squared minus omega 0 square, you will get the value of e as ka. Since d is equal to a and e is equal to ka, you can write x in the form x is equal to e raised to minus kt into a plus kat. Now taking a outside as common factor, you will get the value of x as x is equal to e raised to minus kt into a into 1 plus kt. In critically damped case 2, you can see that the amplitude exponentially decreases with time and there isn't any oscillatory motion. Suppose if you consider a simple pendulum which is in the extreme position when time t is equal to 0. In the underdamped case, it starts oscillating at t increases, then gradually its amplitude decrease, and the amplitude oscillations it will finally die out. Whereas in the case of overdamped, at time t is equal to 0, let the bob be at x is equal to a. As time increases, its the displacement it exponentially decreases. Whereas in the case of critically damped case, there too the displacement it decreases exponentially with time. In critically damped case, the bomb comes to the mean position in a shorter duration of time as compared to the overdamped case. But in both these two cases, there isn't any oscillatory motion. You have to remember the value of x in each case. For underdamped case, x is equal to e raised to minus kt a0 sine omega t plus phi. Here we had put root of k squared minus omega 0 square as equal to I omega. Whereas in overdamped case, the value of x is it is equal to a1 into e raised to minus k plus beta into t plus a2 into e raised to minus k minus beta into t. Here beta is equal to root of k squared minus omega 0 square. It is a real quantity there. Now in critically damped case, the value of x is equal to e raised to minus kt into a into 1 plus kt. Here we put root of k squared minus omega 0 squared as equal to h, a quantity very close to 0. So we have completed the essay of damped harmonic oscillations. Now this essay it is divided into three parts. First part, we derive the differential equation, and in the second part we obtain the solution. Now in part 3 we discuss the three cases. This is actually the most lengthiest essay in your syllabus. So please note that for exam, they won't ask you to write all the three parts. Either they will ask to derive the differential equation and obtain the solution, or sometimes they will ask only part 2 and part 3. And for some short questions, they will ask you to discuss any one of the three cases. While you discuss the three cases, it is very important to draw that graphical representation of the variation of that displacement. That graph it is very important. Now next we are going to discuss the energy of a damped harmonic oscillator. Now energy of an oscillator it is proportional to the square of its amplitude. In the case of a damped oscillator, the amplitude it is a0 e raised to minus kt. Hence the energy at any instant can be written as energy. It is proportional to amplitude square. Here amplitude is a0 e raised to minus kt the whole square. Therefore the energy at any instant et is equal to E0 into e raised to minus 2 kt, where E0 is the initial energy of the oscillator when time t is equal to 0. So here also the energy decreases exponentially with time. So the energy of a damped harmonic oscillator at any instant t is given by Et is equal to E0 e raised to minus 2 kt. Now if we put small t, it is equal to 1 by 2k. Et becomes Et is equal to E0 into e raised to minus 1, or it is 1 by e times E0. Now in such a case, the time t where it is equal to 1 by 2k, that time it is called the relaxation time tau. So you can define the relaxation time as it is the time at which the energy of the oscillator decays to 1 by e times its initial value. So relaxation time is the time at which the energy of the oscillator decays to 1 by e times its initial value. The relaxation time of the oscillator it is given by tau is equal to 1 by 2k, or you have earlier put the gamma by m as 2k. So therefore 1 by 2k it is equal to m by gamma, where gamma is the damping coefficient. Or also we can write E is equal to E0 into e raised to minus t by tau. This we have written energy in terms of relaxation time. That is E is equal to E0 into e raised to minus t by tau. You have to remember this equation. Energy E is equal to E0 into e raised to minus t by tau. When time t is equal to tau, the relaxation time, this equation E becomes E is equal to E0 into e raised to minus 1. Since t is equal to tau, this becomes e raised to minus 1. Or we can write E is equal to E0 by E. That is, relaxation time of an oscillating system can be defined as the time taken by the system to reduce its average total energy to 1 by E of its initial energy. 1 by E times means it is 37%. So you have to do problems based on this relation. Now next one is quality factor of a damped harmonic oscillator. Quality factor, it is defined as 2 pi times. It is defined as 2 pi times the energy stored to the average energy lost per period. That is, it is defined as 2 pi times the energy stored to the energy lost per period. Actually, this quality factor, it is a measure of the ability of the system to produce large number of oscillations before coming to rest. So, if an oscillator has a high value for quality factor, it means that it will oscillate for more time before coming to rest. A high quality factor has very small damping, and also it is a dimensionless quantity. Now we are going to derive an expression for quality factor. Hope you remember this equation. The total energy it is given by E is equal to E0 into e raised to minus t by tau. The average power dissipation P, it is given by P is equal to minus dE by dt. It is the negative rate of change of energy. Hope you must have studied this in your plus 2 classes. Now P, it is equal to, since it is equal to minus dE by dt, when you differentiate this expression with respect to t, you will get E0 into, what is the coefficient of t here? It is minus t by tau. Therefore, power P is equal to minus E0 into e raised to minus t by tau into minus 1 by 2. But this we can write it as E. Therefore, the power P, it is equal to E by tau. So, this is the energy dissipated in unit time. So what will be the energy dissipated or the energy loss for a period t? It will be into t, that is E by tau into t. The quality factor, it is Q is equal to 2 pi into energy stored by energy loss per period. Just now we have found an expression for this energy loss per period, and it was Et by tau. So energy stored, it is E. Therefore, the expression for Q becomes Q is equal to 2 pi E divided by Et by tau. So Q is equal to 2 pi tau by T, because E, it gets cancelled. So Q, it is equal to 2 pi tau by T, or it is equal to 2 pi by T, it is omega 0. So Q, it is also equal to omega 0 into tau, but tau, it is equal to m by gamma. So omega 0 m by gamma, or it is also equal to root of C by m, because omega 0 it is root of C by m into m by gamma. So you should remember these equations in order to do problems. So you have quality factor Q as equal to omega 0 into tau, where omega 0 is the natural frequency of the oscillator and tau is the relaxation time. Now you divide this equation throughout by 2 pi. So you will get Q by 2 pi, it is equal to omega 0 tau by 2 pi, which is equal to f0 into tau, because omega 0 by 2 pi it is f0. That's how you get it is equal to f0 into tau. Now what is this f0? Now f0 is the number of oscillations in 1 second. So what will happen if you multiply this f0 to tau? So it will give the number of oscillations during the relaxation time. So you have to remember this expression f0 into tau. It gives the number of oscillations during the relaxation time, and this f0 tau it is equal to Q by 2 pi. So in order to do a specific problem, you have to remember this equation, that is f0 into tau it is equal to Q by 2 pi. Now you see this problem. A damped harmonic oscillator of mass 1 gram has force constant 10 Newton per meter and damping factor 1 per second. Calculate the angular frequency without damping and with damping. So here m it is 1 gram. You have to write it as 1 into 10 raised to minus 3 kilogram. Now the force constant. Earlier in plus 2 classes we denoted the symbol small k for force constant, but now here we are using capital C. So the force constant it is 10 Newton per meter, and the damping factor K, it is the damping constant or the damping factor, it is given as 1 per second. Now what is the angular frequency without damping? The angular frequency without damping it is given as omega 0, and the angular frequency with damping it is omega. Now omega 0 it is root of C by m, and omega is equal to root of omega 0 square minus k square. So on simply substituting the values, here you will get the answer as for omega 0 you will get it as 100 radians per second, and for omega you will get it as 99.9 radians per second. So omega it will be always less than omega 0. Now next problem. The Q factor of an undamped harmonic oscillator of frequency 500 Hz is 7 into 10 raised to 4. Here 7 into 10 raised to 4 it is the Q factor. Calculate the time in which the energy reduces to 1 by E of its initial energy. So they have asked the relaxation time. Okay. Also find the number of oscillations in the relaxation time. That is f0 into tau. We have to find f0 into tau. So Q they have given, Q is equal to 7 to 10 raised to 4. Now 500 Hertz, it is the undamped frequency. Okay, undamped harmonic oscillator of frequency, that it means it is f0. f0 it is 500 Hertz. Now from using f0 you can find the omega 0. It is the angular undamped angular frequency, that you will get it as so much. Then they have then Q it is omega 0 into tau. So here first you have to find the relaxation time. So relaxation time, from this equation it becomes Q by omega 0. Q you know it is 7 into 10 raised to 4. Omega 0 you just found it as this 1000 pi radians per second. On substituting the values of Q and omega 0 you will get it as 22.3 seconds. Now the second part of the problem, you have to find the number of oscillations made during the relaxation time. This I had told you earlier, that is Q by 2 pi f0 tau. f0 it is the number of oscillations made in unit time. So f0 into tau will give you the number of oscillations made during the relaxation time. You know the value of Q. So Q by 2 pi will give you the number of oscillations made during the relaxation time. Now next problem. An oscillator has a mass 10 gram and force constant 0.49 Newton per meter. Damping coefficient is 10 raised to minus 3 Newton second per meter. You have to find the Q factor. So Q factor, it is omega 0 into tau. Omega 0 you can write it as root of C by M. Tau, it is M by gamma. So on substituting the values of C, M and gamma, gamma is the damping coefficient, you will get the value of quality factor as 70. So now let's see the next problem. Calculate the time in which amplitude and energy of a damped harmonic oscillation with damping constant k is equal to 0.04 per second reduces to 1 by e of its undamped value. This is the important point, that is 1 by e of its undamped value. So first we take the case of amplitude. You know the expression for amplitude, A is equal to A0 into e raised to minus kt. That is amplitude, it decreases exponentially with time. Now, when does this equation becomes A is equal to A0 by E? A0 by E. It happens when you put T is equal to 1 by K. So when you put T is equal to 1 by K in this equation, it becomes A is equal to A0 by E. So in order to calculate the time in which the amplitude reduces to 1 by e of its undamped value, you have to find T as T is equal to 1 by K. K, they have given it as 0.04. So T is equal to 1 by K, or it is equal to 1 by 0.04. You will get it as 25 seconds. So 25 seconds is the time in which the amplitude reduces to 1 by e times of its initial undamped value. Now energy becomes 1 by e times its initial value when time t is equal to 1 by 2k, that is when it is equal to the relaxation time. So T is equal to tau is equal to 1 by 2k. When you substitute the value of k here, you will get it as 12.5 seconds. Please note that relaxation time is the time when the energy reduces to 1 by e times, and it is 1 by 2k. 1 by k, it is not relaxation time. 1 by k, it is the time required for the amplitude to reach 1 by e times its initial undamped value, whereas 1 by 2k, which is the relaxation time, it is the time required for the energy to reach 1 by e times its initial undamped value. Now next problem, the amplitude of an underdamped harmonic oscillator, it reduces to 1 by 10th of its initial value. Please note that they haven't given it as 1 by e, it is 1 by 10th of its initial value after 100 oscillations. Its time period is 1.15 second. Calculate the damping constant and relaxation time. You know that the expression for amplitude, it is A is equal to A0 into e raised to minus kt. Since they are talking about amplitude, you have to write the expression of amplitude. A is equal to A0 into e raised to minus kt. When A becomes A0 by 10 in this equation, you can cancel A0 and A0. So it will become 1 by 10 is equal to e raised to minus kt, or taking the reciprocal, it becomes 10 is equal to e raised to kt, or when you take the logarithm, log 10 is equal to kt, or k is equal to log 10 by t. Now here k, it is log 10 by t, where here in the denominator our t, it is the time required for 100 oscillations. So they have given the time period as 1.15 seconds. So when you multiply it by 100, you will get the time taken for 100 oscillations. So when you simplify it, you will get it as 0.02. They have also asked the relaxation time. So 1 by 2k will give you the relaxation time. On substituting the value of k, you will get it as 25 seconds. Now next problem. The frequency of a tuning fork is 300 Hz and its Q factor is 5 into 10 raised to 4. Find the time after which its energy becomes 1 by 10th of its initial value. We know the expression for energy E is equal to E0 into e raised to minus t by 2. 1 by 10th of its initial value means we can write E as E0 by 10, or on cancelling E0 on both sides, 1 by 10 is equal to e raised to minus t by 2, or 10 is equal to e raised to t by 2. Taking logarithm, log 10 is equal to t by 2. Therefore, tau is equal to log 10. But tau you can write it as q by omega 0 into log 10. The value of q they have given 5 into 10 raised to 4, then log 10. Omega 0, instead of omega 0 they have given the value of f0 300 Hz. Therefore omega 0 is 2 pi, f for 2 pi into 300. You will get the answer as 61 seconds.